Brandon Brunson here with two guys that you may not know their face, but you know them. Wes Tollison, Walker Lott. These guys are Texas Private School Podcasts. So, fellas, introduce yourself.
Walker Lott, Forward, Texas. I went to Southwest Christian growing up, so y'all are definitely familiar with us. Me and Wes go to A&M, and Wes can introduce himself.
Wes Tollison. I graduated from Grace Community in 2019. I'm familiar with Midland, but not in the way I'd like to be. I took a 7-hour bus ride out here my junior year of high school just to get bounced first round of the playoffs and drive right back. But no, we have a tremendous respect for Midland Christian. I mean, it's a great community. I'm really excited to see the atmosphere here tonight. Right. I've been on the football field. You've been in the gym. I've never been in the gym for a game. I'm very excited to see what happens.
It's so good to have you guys here. Thanks for making the long trip out to experience this. Huge games today, especially the boys game coming up. So tell us about what you guys are doing with the podcast.
So, it was three of us that started this podcast, I believe, December of 2020. And it was right after COVID. And we decided to come together and make a podcast about private school athletics. So we started with football because that's what me and Wes knew. But we realized in high school, a lot of the times the media didn't give us this love as we do, especially in the newspaper, stuff like that. If we were covered, might have been in the bottom part of the newspaper. So we decided, why can't we do that? And so we come together. We've done this podcast. I believe we're already over 60 episodes already. Now, focused mainly on football, but we're doing basketball. That's why we're here. Baseball with you, and that's how we knew each other. Yep. Just kind of growing the game, growing the community, because I think one of the best parts about private school is knowing each other in your district, knowing the guys about the other teams, because that's what I loved about in high school, is having friendships in high school with other people on other teams, kind of knowing the teams before you even play them, which sometimes even my coaches were like, how do you know so much? It's because I just love that and building community in private school. So that's what we did.
Yeah, grew up doing the whole thing. And same thing for you, Wes.
Absolutely. I think the main thing it goes back to for me and all of us is this is what we would have wanted when we were in high school. This is what we wanted when we played. We always wanted more media attention. Like you said, we didn't want to be shoved to the bottom of the papers. We wanted some people that would take private school, put it in the spotlight. And that's what we tried to do over the last 2 years of change. And I'm very, very fulfilled to be able to get to a position that we can come out to Midland and come out and cover games. It's so fun and it's so cool. This doesn't work to us. This is what we enjoy. It's what we love doing.
Yeah, could you have imagined that you would be here doing this when you guys were playing at Southwest and at Grace?
No, and we're so blessed for the opportunity. Like, this is amazing that people love what we do, and we love what we do. That's what this, especially we just love it, man. There's no one that, I'm in the Texas high school football media. People know me as the Texas private school guy because they just know hey, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
And so we just love it, man. We're obsessed with it. We want to see these guys succeed, guys and girls succeed, and to the best of their abilities, whether that is college or just finishing up your 4 years in high school. I think they deserve coverage, man, and that's why we do it.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Oh, it's funny. I was going to say, I started on a podcast called 903 Vegas that me and a friend started in Tyler, just covering Tyler private school sports. If you would have told me then, with our 20 listeners an episode, that in 3 years I'd be here in Midland and we'd have the following of 10,000 combined that we have, I wouldn't have believed you in a second.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's the following up to now on the Twitter account?
I think we're up to 4K on Twitter, maybe 4.5K on Twitter, over 1,000 on Instagram.
Almost at 2 on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, almost 2. And then I think it's around 700 or 650 on YouTube. So, hey, subscribe, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of next football season. That's our goal. So the Texas private school stock is just coming up and up and up, and we're just going along with the ride.
It is, and thank you guys for what you do. Raising the profile is huge. I know I hear from coaches all the time just say, hey, we've gotten missed for years. Thanks for what you guys are doing just to get us a little bit of notice.
Our favorite thing is, we'll wrap it up here about this. It's just people saying, hey, thank you. That's our favorite part.
So quickly tell me what the landscape of private school basketball coming up. Who do you expect to see specifically in Division II or 5A coming up.
So in 5A, District 1 is the most interesting one right now. It's now a 2-horse race between y'all and Fort Worth Christian.
Yep.
Fort Worth Christian, 4-0 in district, have a half-game lead on y'all. That's why this game is so important. It's for the district title, more or less. It's going to be very important. As of District 2, it looks like Legacy is going to come out of there. They're 9-0, 27-7.
Yep.
District 3, St. Michael's is 20-8. They're 4-0. They have a 3-star player. They always have a lot of talent. I think they're going to lock that district up. In District 4, the Woodlands Christian Academy looks like they're going to take that. They're 9-0 right now. They're traditionally, along with St. Michael's and Legacy, have been very good. It's going to be interesting. I don't have a sure bet on who's going to win this coming out. I think any team that comes out of one of these districts can make a claim for the state title.
So once they get in the bracket, because that's interesting, seeding's always a big deal.
Always.
The bracket is always interesting. Any state tournament predictions from you two?
I really like the St. Michael's team, man. St. Michael's has a really couple of talented players, and I think they can be the ones on the south to make it. I mean, at the top, I mean, it could be one of these two. This might be the semifinal matchup. You could see in a couple of weeks. I mean, I'm stay tuned to watch a big time game here in Midland.
That's right. Stay tuned for the rest of the ball game here tonight. So, any parting words from you guys before we get back to action here at the girls' game?
Really quickly, I want to say thank y'all. The opportunity to come out here and do this is huge for us. We have a tremendous respect for not only Midland Christian, but the media presence y'all have established. It's second to none in private school. We are so thrilled for the opportunity to do this.
Yeah, well, again, yes.
I just want to say, firstly, thank you for, you are the Midland guy that we know of for so many years now, and you've been so helpful to us, so thank you, firstly. If you don't know anything baseball, you go talk to this guy. He is the best in the business. But for us, man, we just appreciate it, man. Like you said, we couldn't imagine this, and we just want to keep building this community so where you can know not just more about your school, but every other school you play, and knowing just more community of private school athletics. So thank you, man, for having us.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you down the road.
We head over to Midland Christian. This is the big game of the night.
Welcome from Mexico, Abraham Answer.